Hey guys, how you doing? In this video, we are taking a look at the Xiaomi Redmi Watch 6. And I would say let's start right away with the most important point. This watch once again tries to offer a lot of smartwatch for comparatively little money. We get a large AMOLED display, an aluminum case, built-in GPS, Bluetooth calls, health features, sport tracking, and according to Xiaomi, up to 24 days of battery life. Now, the Xiaomi Redmi Watch 6 is available in obsidian black, silver gray, and glacier blue. Visually, it once again looks very modern, very large, and pretty close to what many people are currently looking for in an affordable smartwatch. A bright display, simple controls, and plenty of features without going straight into the price range of an Apple Watch or the Galaxy Watch. But of course, the question is, does it only good look on paper, or is the Redmi Watch 6 actually a good everyday smartwatch? That's exactly what we're going to find out today. In terms of design, Xiaomi uses a rectangular case with an aluminum alloy frame. This definitely makes the watch feel more premium than many other affordable smartwatches. The dimensions are 46 by 40 by 9.5 millimeters, so this is definitely a fairly large watch on the wrist. Still, at around 31 grams without the strap, it is pleasantly lightweight. That is an important point in everyday use. A smartwatch can have as many features as it wants, but if it feels annoying while sleeping or during sports, you will probably not wear it all the time. With the Redmi Watch 6, the weight is really comfortable, and because of the slim design, it does not feel too bulky. The included strap is made of TPU, and according to Xiaomi, it fits wrists from around 135 to 205 millimeters. So the watch should fit most users quite well. The water resistance is rated at 5 bar. That means the watch is generally suitable for everyday use, rain, washing your hands, and also swimming. But I would not use it for diving or water sports with high water pressure. For sensors, we get a heart rate sensor with blood oxygen measurement, an accelerometer, a gyroscope, an ambient light sensor, and also an electronic compass. On top of that, there is a built-in GNS with GPS, Galileo, GLONASS, Baidu, and QZSS. In this price range, that is definitely an important point because you do not necessarily need to take your smartphone with you for route tracking, running, or cycling. The display is probably once again the biggest highlight of the Redmi Watch 6. Xiaomi uses a 2.07-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 432 by 514 pixels. The pixel density is 324 ppi and the screen-to-body ratio is 82%. In practice, that means the display is large, sharp, and should make content very comfortable to read. Notifications, workout data, weather, widgets, and watch faces all benefit from this size. You do not have to focus as much on a tiny round display, but instead you get a lot of screen space. Xiaomi also delivers a strong result when it comes to brightness. The maximum brightness is 2000 nits. That is a really strong value for a smartwatch in this class. Especially outdoors in the sun, this is important because many affordable watches do have an AMOLED display, but are still difficult to read in direct sunlight. On top of that, we get a 60 Hz refresh rate. This should make animations, swipe gestures, and scrolling through menus feel much smoother. For an affordable smartwatch, this is something you really notice in everyday use. When the watch reacts quickly and the interface feels smooth, the entire product immediately feels much more premium. Of course, there's also an always-on display that is useful because you do not have to raise your wrist or tap the screen every single time. At the same time, we also have to say always-on display uses much more battery. So if you want to get the maximum battery life, you should probably keep AOD turned off. When it comes to smart features, the Redmi Watch 6 offers exactly what many people need in everyday life. You can receive notifications from your smartphone, check the weather, control music, use alarms, start timers, and of course view your health and activity data directly on the watch. One important feature is Bluetooth calling. The watch has a built-in speaker and microphone. If your smartphone is nearby and the watch stays connected, you can answer or start calls directly from the watch. This is useful in everyday life when your phone is lying on the table, sitting in your bag, or when you just do not have a free hand for the moment. The connectivity runs via Bluetooth, and the watch is compatible with Android smartphones from Android 8 and iPhones from iOS 14. So the Redmi Watch 6 can be used with a wide range of devices. Some features may differ depending on the system, though, especially with iOS, affordable smartwatches are often a bit more limited than on Android, for example when it comes to replying to messages or deeper system integration. Overall, the controls should once again be very simple. You swipe through your widgets, open apps, check notifications, and use the menu to quickly access the most important features. And that is exactly what makes the Redmi Watch series interesting for many users. You do not need an extremely complicated sport watch, but a watch that is easy to understand in everyday life. For sports and fitness, the Redmi Watch 6 comes with a solid equipment. The most important point is the built-in GNS. The watch supports GPS, Galileo, GLONASS, Baidu, and QZSS. This means it can track outdoor activities like running, walking, or cycling independently without necessarily needing your smartphone with you. Especially in this price range, that is very important. Many affordable smartwatches only use GPS from your smartphone. Here, however, you get a dedicated satellite system directly inside the watch. That makes the watch much more independent. For sport modes, you get the typical data like time, distance, pace, calories, heart rate, and depending on the activity, some additional values. For beginners and normal everyday athletes, that is more than enough in most cases. But if you train very seriously and need custom data fields, external sensors, training plans, or extremely detailed analysis, you will probably be better off looking at Garmin, Polar, Coros, or a higher-end Xiaomi model. It is also important to mention the Xiaomi Redmi Watch 6 does have many sensors, but it is not a medical device and also not a professional sports watch. It is made for steps, workouts, sleep, heart rate, and basic training analysis. For very precise performance diagnostics or competition level training, I would not see it as the first choice. Still, for everyday use, the gym, casual running, walking, cycling, or swimming, the feature set is very solid. And especially the large display helps during workouts because you can quickly read your data. For health tracking, the Redmi Watch 6 offers the most important basics. You get heart rate measurement, blood oxygen measurement, sleep tracking, stress monitoring, and general activity data. Heart rate measurement is obviously one of the main features. The watch can track your pulse during everyday use and during workouts. On top of that, there is blood oxygen measurement. This is interesting for getting a rough overview, but of course it does not replace a medical measurement device. Sleep tracking is also included. The watch can detect how long you slept and give you an overview of your night. Especially if you wear the watch regularly, these values can help you get a better feeling for your recovery. Still, you should not take sleep phases on smartwatches too seriously. The time you fall asleep and wake up is usually much more important than the exact split between light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. In addition, there is stress monitoring and activity goals. That is nothing completely new, but especially for users who want to move more, a watch like this can be a good motivator. You can see directly on your wrist whether you have taken enough steps, whether you have moved enough, and how active your day was overall. Now let's talk about the battery life. And this is once again one of the most interesting points of the Redmi Watch 6. Xiaomi uses a 550 mAh battery. According to a manufacturer, you can get up to 24 days with light usage, 12 days with normal usage, and 7 days with heavy usage. But you have to look closely here. The 24 days apply to a more power-saving usage scenario. So with advanced sleep monitoring turned off, all-day stress monitoring turned off, all-day blood oxygen monitoring turned off, and heart rate measurement every 10 minutes, notifications, a few calls, alarms, and some training are still included, but overall this is more of a light usage scenario. For many people, the 12-day with normal usage will probably be more realistic. Here, advanced sleep monitoring, stress, blood oxygen, smart heart rate monitoring, and notifications are turned on. Xiaomi also includes some screen usage, Bluetooth calls, music, and several hours of GNS training per week. With heavy usage and always on display, Xiaomi claims up to 7 days. And honestly, that is still a good value. And guys, that's already it for today. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I guess I will see you in the next one. Peace!